Hello, my friends. It's Eli. I'm still in my dining room. So, today I thought we should talk about a card game, and not just any card game, but the classic card game you play by yourself. It's called Solitaire. You might know how to play it. If so, you have no need of this video unless you really like listening to my voice. If you don't know how to play it, I'm going to explain how as simply as I can. I love this game. It cracks me up. It's something I did a lot as a kid. My grandmother would make me play Solitaire when I was bothering her and she wanted me to go away. So, step one is you need a deck of cards. And these cards are shuffled funny. So, deck of cards is something you might or might not have at the house. We generally have a whole bunch of decks of cards. Although frequently we are missing some cards, which makes them almost useless. If you have a deck of cards, you want to make sure you have them all. There should be 52. And then you're going to start by shuffling the cards. So when we shuffle cards, we take our deck, we cut it in half. We hold it with the tips of our thumbs and our middle two fingers. We make sort of coyotes, and these pointer fingers, these guys, we push into the middle because we want to bend them so that we can hold them by each other. And if we shuffle them like that, we end up where they alternate, and that's how we mix the cards up. That's how we get a different, this one was upside down. That's how we get a different mixture of cards every time, which makes the game fun, right? So we're going to do that again. We take the cards, we cut them in half. We hold them with the tips of all these fingers, and we hold them by each other, and we just sort of push the cards out of our thumbs. And then if you're feeling really cool and you want, you can put your thumb kind of on the top of those and drop them down like that. That's pretty cool. But most importantly, we want to do this like 3 to 7 times to get our cards mixed up. If our cards aren't mixed up, we either lose right away or we win right away. And Solitaire is a game that most of the fun of the game comes from the fact that we lose most of the time. I think you can maybe hear my dog panting in this video. We lose most of the time, which is cool, right? If we won all the time, it wouldn't be that fun. We get bored really quickly. You can easily play Solitaire for like an hour and not win, which makes it a thing to sort of strive for, or how many times can I win Solitaire today? So, in order to show you how to play, I'm going to move you up over my shoulder and show you how to play the game. All right, so I've got my deck of shuffled cards ready to go. And then I've got this template I made laid out to show you how to set up this game. And you don't need one of these when you play on your own. Once you know where everything goes, you just do it on a table. But to explain the game, I laid this out. So this is where I'm going to lay out 7 piles of cards. Each one is going to have the number of cards that the box is numbered with. And it's going to end up with 1 card on top for each one. And there's a really easy way to deal this out. I do the first card face up. Then I deal the rest. And then I do the first card face up. And I just go down the line. This way I end up with 1 card in the first pile, 7 cards in the 7th pile. And this is how you lay out a game of Solitaire. So to start with, this is my opening setup. And I can move these cards around down here in a very specific way. Down here, the suit of the card, meaning the symbol, doesn't matter. What does matter is the color and the number. Because I can move these cards around, but I can only move cards onto another card that is 1 number higher and the other color. So I can only play a red card on a black card or a black card on a red card. And they have to go in descending order, which means they have to go down. So for instance, I can put this 6 on this 7. It's going down in numbers, it's alternating colors. And I've done something here. I've opened up 1 whole box with no cards. And the only card I can play here is a king, or a stack that starts with a king. I don't have a king right now, so I'm gonna have to wait to find one later in the game. I don't see any other moves right now, so that's when I go to the deck. And ultimately, up here is what we're aiming for. Up here, we want to get, to win the game, all of the cards. And up here, the suit does matter. And I need to start these piles with aces and then build in ascending order, which means the numbers go up and they're all in the same suit. So if I get the ace of hearts, then I can play the 2 of hearts, 3 of hearts, 4 of hearts. Ultimately, if I win the game, I'll be looking at 4 piles with the kings on top. So now that I've run out of moves down here, I go to my hands, and I can only look at every 3rd card here. So I go 1, 2, 3. Look at that. There's a king. I can play that right there. I don't have a black 9, so I can't play that card. So I go back 1, 2, 3. Do I have a red 5? I don't. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, I can play this queen. Oh! Tiger Surprise! That's a special card at our house, Tiger Surprise card. I don't have a red jack to play my Tiger Surprise on, so I'm going to go back to this 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I was hoping. There's our first ace. Now, when I come across a 2 of hearts, I can play it up there. I can't play this here because it's the wrong suit. I don't have a black 8 to play that 7 on. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, I've gone all the way through the pile. I just pick the whole thing up and I start going through it again. Now, if at any point I go through this whole pile and can't play a single card, the game is over and I've lost, which, as we talked about earlier, is pretty much what happens most times. Don't have a jack for that 10. No black 4. I can play this jack and I can play this 10. All right. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So here I'm just looking for a card to be able to play. Now I did play a card or 2 out of my hand that time, so I'm still alive. I'm going to turn it back over and go again. I don't have a red jack. Do have a 9. Now, do I have a red 7? I don't. Okay, keep going. This 3 can go on the 4, and then this 2 can go on the 3. And then I can move. Now, I've got 2 options here. I can move this 4 or this 4. I like to go with the bigger pile. I know there are more cards under this pile, but you don't have to do that. Some people like to get the smaller piles out of the way earlier so that they can get those kings laid down. It's all up to you. Now I've got 2 cards I get to turn over. Oh my goodness. 2 aces. Let's put them up top. See what else we've got going on here. All right. I don't think I've got any other moves down here, so I'm going to go back to my hand. 2, 3. Do I have a black 6? I don't. When you get to the end, if you don't have 3 cards, you just put what you have. All right, I've still been playing cards out of this hand, so I'm still alive. Now I can move this 2 up top here because I've got that ace. No red jack. Do I have a black 4? I don't. 2, 3. Oh. Do we have a black 6? We don't. Red 6? Nope. All right, I don't know. Oops. This card goes on the bottom. We're still playing like 1 card at a time, but not much is happening. So I think we might be nearing the end of this round of solitaire. If I get all the way through this deck and don't have a move, my game is over and I've lost, as predicted. That's fine. So I just gather the cards up, I shuffle them up, and we play another game. All right. So we played solitaire. We lost. We were expecting to lose. That's what mostly happens. No big deal, right? Now, if I were by myself and not, visited by you on video, I would play some more and keep going until I won or try to win. That's pretty much how it goes down. If you don't have cards at home, I'm going to put another video out pretty much with this one on how to make your own deck of cards, just in case you don't have a deck. And then you also will be ready to play some solitaire. All right. Talk to you soon.